is going on, everybody? It is your boy Eros here, and we are right now, right this very second, we are going to show you guys my 3-color Final Fantasy TCG trading card game, Scion of the 7th Dawn deck. This is, of course, category 14. If you guys are not aware, you didn't catch my stream a little bit earlier, we're going to be posting a lot more Final Fantasy trading card game content on the Eros TCG. We're still going to try and balance it out with all the other stuff we do as well, because I love Final Fantasy trading card game. I think it's really good, and it feels like it's starting to pick up a little bit back in my area. So we're going to see what we can do with it. So we're going to get into this deck profile here in a second. Also letting you know that on Friday, there's going to be a learning the basics of the Final Fantasy trading card game video going up on YouTube. It's just going to cover like the bare minimum, deck building requirements, the different kinds of cards, what to do in a turn, attacking, defending, blocking, EX bursts, the basic stuff, the bare basic stuff. And then we're going to have a second part the following week that is going to talk about the different keywords and more of the complex mechanics as well. But let's get into this deck profile. We're, of course, playing Scions of the 7th Dawn. Now, this is a different build than what you're normally going to see, because it is running 3 colors, because it is playing lightning, water, and earth. Technically 4 colors, because I do have some light stuff in here as well. So we're going to start off with Eorzea. Eorzea is from Opus 20, or Dawn of Heroes, because they don't use Opus anymore. Eorzea is a 4-cost lightning forward job Scion of the 7th Dawn. When you play Eorzea, you can choose 1 job Scion of the 7th Dawn in your break zone, or discard pile, with a cost of 3 or less, and play it on the field. And then once per turn, whenever a water forward enters the field, you can choose one of your opponent's forwards and dull it, and you can only, like I said, you can only use that once per turn. Eorzea combos up very nicely with her twin brother, Alpha Node. Alpha Node has the ability, first of all, Alpha Node is a 3-cost water job Scion of the 7th Dawn with 6,000 attack. When Alpha Node enters the field, you can choose, your opponent chooses 1 of their dull forwards and breaks it, sends it to the discard pile, and on damage 3, Alpha Node becomes 8,000. So a fun little combo that you can do with these two is you can play Eorzea, use Eorzea to fetch Alpha Node, and then because you're the turn player, you choose the order of which their effects go off on. So you can choose Eorzea's effect to dull a forward, and then if it's the only forward on the field, Alpha Node will then blow it up. So neat little combination with the twins there that I really enjoy. Getting back into our deck, though, we are also we're losing our playmat. We are also running 3 copies of Eorzea. In this deck, his first effect isn't really plausible very much. When there's a job standard category 14 character on the field, he gains plus 1,000. However, what we love about him is when he enters the field, you can pay X and you can play a job Scion of the 7th Dawn forward from your deck equal to the amount you paid. So if you want to play Eorzea from your deck, you can pay 4, play the Eorzea. Eorzea's effect will go off, and hopefully grab another job Scion of the 7th Dawn that you can put out on the field as well. Getting into our only light character, and we always have to talk about her first because she just makes everything in this deck better. We're running 3 copies of the Oracle of Light. This is probably the only forward in here, actually, that is not job Scion of the 7th Dawn. But what she does do is she powers up your job Scion of the 7th Dawn characters. She gives them all an additional 2,000. She's a 3-drop light, 5,000 Oracle of Light job, a category 14. She gives all of your job Scion of the 7th Dawns plus 2,000 power. And then when she's put into the break zone, you can banish her from play to banish her from the graveyard break zone to play one of your job Scion of the 7th Dawn forwards, dull on the field. And we have a few little fun things depending on the game state that we can use to combo up with that. The first being the 6-drop Earth Yashala from the Shadowbringer starter deck. She is a Earth 6-drop 8,000 job Scion of the 7th Dawn. Cannot be chosen by your opponent's summons. So if your opponent wants to do something to her with summons, they can't. When she enters the field, you get to choose. You can choose one forward in your break zone, and if its cost is equal to the number of job Scion of the Seventh Dawns you have on the field, you can play it for free. And what other cool cards are we playing? Well, we're playing 2 copies of a Water Lightning Thancred. He's a 7-drop Water Lightning, so you have to pay 1 of each, or you can cheat him out with the Oracle of Light, or if you have enough Scions on the field, you can use the Ashala as well. When he enters the field, you can choose 1 forward in your break zone. If its cost is equal to or less than the number of water forwards, I always get both these effects mixed up. You can play it on the field. And then water forwards or backups, both. Or you can play on the field. And then when he attacks, if you choose one of your opponent's active forwards, and if its cost is equal to or less than the amount of lightning forwards and or backups on the field, lightning, then you can break it. Really good card. We're also running some search in here. We have 2 copies of the Lightning Eorzea EX. 2 costs, 5,000, job Scion of the 7th Dawn. When you play them, you can look at the top 2 cards of your deck, take 1 category 14 character, add it to your hand, and then put the others on the bottom of your deck in any order. We're also running 2 copies of the Water from Opus 20, Eorzea. When he enters the field, if we've removed a card, when he enters the field, if 1 or more of our cards have been removed from play, he can search for 1 category 14 and add it to our hand. So Oracle Light comes up really good with this. We can banish the Oracle, play him, get a card from our hand, or banish the Oracle, get an Eorzea, get him, banish the Oracle, get a Yashola, play him, and because we've removed something, we can search our deck for a card and add it to our hand. Rounding out our forwards, we have 1 copy of the Shadowbringer starter deck Thancred. When a job Scion of the 7th Dawn you control enters the field, other than Thancred, you can, to the end of turn, Thancred gains plus 2,000 haste and brave, which combos in really nicely with his other ability. You can discard a copy of him and tap him to deal damage equal to his power to one of your opponents, which is really cool. And rounding out our forwards, we also have, of course, 1 copy of the original Final Fantasy XIV starter deck, Yida. Yida is a 2-drop, 2,000 Earth job Scion of the 7th Dawn. Yida gains an additional 2,000 power for each other job Scion of the 7th Dawn on the field besides herself. So that's forwards, backups. She gains plus 2,000. And then when she attacks, you can choose 1 dull forward on your opponent's side of the field, and you can deal it damage equal to half of Yida's power, rounded up. So I'm not running Papalimo in here. I don't really think that extra damage from Papalimo is going to make a difference because Yida isn't the main source of our deck. In my original, very, very original Scion build that was Earth Lightning, Yida was a huge core of that deck. We ran 3 Yidas, and we ran the Eorzea that gave Scions haste when we played them. So we were always doing crazy big things with Yida. She's not really a huge thing in here. She has a very nice cleanup in the end game if she can stay on the field. I really like her, but I don't think she merits extra spots in the deck right now. And so no Papalimo. Even though Papalimo can search for Yida, we have so many other ways that we can get Yida into our hand or get Yida onto the field. So going into our backups, we are running 3 copies of Minfilia EX. In the game, she is the most useless Scion, but in the card game, she's actually really, really good. She is a 4-drop Earth backup Scion of the 7th Dawn job. Her EX burst, or when you play her, is you can search your deck for a Scion of the 7th Dawn forward, put it in your hand, and then you can pay 1 Earth. I haven't used this ability in so long. You can pay 1 Earth, tap her, put her in the break zone, choose 1 forward your opponent controls, and break it. And you can only use that ability if you have 5 or more job Scion of the 7th Dawn. Next, we are running 3 copies of Eorzea. Eorzea is really good. He's a 3-drop category 14 Sage backup lightning. When we play, we can search for Alpha Node or Eorzea, add it to our hands. We're running 3 copies of the water backup Loporet. Lopered has the same ability coming in as it does, as has the same 2 abilities. It's a 3-drop, water backup, category 14 standard unit. When we play it, we can draw 2 cards, put 1 card from our hand on the bottom of our deck, and then we can break it during our turn only. Pay 2, break it, tap it, break it, and for the same thing, draw 2 cards, put 1 card from our hand on the bottom of our deck. We can only use that on our turn. We're running 2 copies of Kryle. I might turn this in. I'm ordered the Lightning Kryle. I'm unsure which one we're gonna play. We're gonna mess around with some things for it. This is a 2-drop Earth backup. Job Sign of the 7th Dawn. You can pay an Earth and 1 and tapper. Choose 1 forward you control. It cannot be returned to the hand by your opponent's summons or abilities, which is really cool. Stuff that bounces back to the hand won't work here, which is we like. We have 2 copies of Miner from Opus 20. Miner is a 3-drop Earth backup. When we play it, we can look at the top 5 cards of our deck and add 1 backup to our hand, which is really awesome. Backup support is also really good. And then we can pay 2 and break it, tap it, break it to put it in the break zone and draw a card. We're running 2 copies of Class 6 Moogle. It is a 2-cost Lightning backup Moogle job. And when it's on the field, it also produces water CP as well. I honestly wish that the Earth one, I think the Earth one produces lightning? Yes, the Earth one produces lightning. So we could run that in here, but I think our Earth backup is pretty good because we're also rounding out our backups with 1 copy, because I only own 1 copy for now, of Tyro EX. He's a 5-drop Earth backup job apprentice, and when he enters the field, either by playing him or his EX burst, you can search your deck for 1 forward and add it to your hand. When he's on the field, he makes CP of any color, so he fills our Earth, Water, and Lightning requirements. And when we get our limit break deck, our limit break deck going with our card orders, he can really do anything with us for our limit breaks. So, and we are on a damage 5. We can tap him. Choose 1 forward. It gains plus 2,000 till the end of turn. Going into our summons. Now, my summons are a little bit weird. It's definitely the part of this deck that I feel like after we get some of the newer Scions, some limit break cards, we need to work on the most. But here we go. We're running 2 copies of the Opus 1 rare 7-drop Odin EX. 7 cost on play or EX burst. We choose 1 forward and break it. We're running 2 copies of the Opus 12 Ramah EX. Choose 1 active 5-drop lightning on play or EX burst. Choose 1 active forward, break it. We're running 2 copies of Bahamut Zero. He is a 6-drop, not an EX burst. Summon. When we play it, 6-drop lightning, we choose 1 of our opponent's active forwards, break it, and then we dull all the other forwards, which is pretty cool. We're running 2 copies of the Opus 1 3-drop Leviathan Water summon. It's an EX burst. When we play it or EX burst it, we can choose 1 of our opponent's forwards, bounce back to their hand. And then we're also running 2 copies of the Opus 4. Is that a hero rare? Opus 4 rare Hecatonier. This isn't the Earth summon I want. I would prefer probably one of the Titans, so we're gonna have to make an order for that. We choose 1 forward you control and 1 forward opponent controls. Each forward deals damage equal to its power to the other. Really good if we have a really big yeet on the field. There are Titans that do this so much better, though. I'm just in the process of finding all of my commons so we can make those changes. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. This is just version 1. Like I said, we do have a bunch of cards coming in the next couple weeks to improve this. I'm unsure if I want to keep it 3-color. I just really like the Earth Scion support. I think it's really, really good. Minfilia, Yashala, and Yida specifically, I think they're really, really good. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like I said, we got stuff coming this week, so we're going to hopefully be able to make some changes going forward. I've Really excited to get some games in and test this deck. I think it's really good. I think it has a lot of potential. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Ding the notification bell to be alerted whenever we post anything, anywhere. This week we have this video coming out. We're recording this Sunday night. It's coming out Monday during the day. On Tuesday, we have our Final Fantasy VIII playthrough on the Eorzea TCG channel. Sorry, on the regular Arrows channel, Arrows Gaming. And on Thursday on Arrows Gaming, we're going to be doing something Pokemon related. Not sure what it's going to be yet, but it is something Pokemon related for VGC. And then on Friday, we have our The Basics Final Fantasy TCG video coming out. I'm really, really excited for that one. Put a lot of hard work in that one. But don't forget to do all that stuff. Stay safe out there, my friends. And hopefully enjoy some Final Fantasy, whether it be the card game, whether it be the video games, whether it be watching Advent Children or Kingsglaive. Get out there, enjoy Final Fantasy because it's one of the best RPGs series ever made. Obviously, it has some stinkers. Everything does. But let me know what you guys think. Stay safe out there, my friends, and I will see you when I see you. Bye.